And welcome back. And of course, as we have every Saturday morning, it's time for Dale's Under 18 segment. Here's Dale.
Thank you very much, Dick. Yes, some interesting games and some important ones in relation to where the sides finished in this top 5 this weekend. But Inverleigh went out to Belmont Lions and they were winners. They kicked 10-8-68 to defeat the Belmont Lions 8-7-55. Goals to Perrott and Lake Carroll both got 3. And obviously individual goal kickers for the rest. Better players there, Brumby, Brown and Hill. For the Belmont Lions, Jan and Vickers, 102, I was going to say them, but 2 goals each. Renk, Double Dam and Jubbo, they're better players. Belpost Hill, they kicked 6-11-47 to defeat East Geelong, 4-10-34. B. Martinu got 3, better players there, Stringer, B. Martinu and Miller. And for East Geelong, Gahan with 2, and individual goal kickers, 2 others. Better players, Elliott, Deegan and Nolan. Corio Devils will finish second on the ladder. They kicked 12-20-92 to defeat Werribee 5-2-32. Anderson, Scott, Lane and Hastings all got 2. Better players there, D. Wright, Zorkow and M. Livesey. And for the Werribee side, Gogan got 2. Better players, Byrne, Hamilton and Novinek. North Geelong, still undefeated. Dick, you'll be happy about that. Kept lead on there, just so Frankie's just aware of it in the under-18s. 14-9-103 defeat Geelong Western Joey's 2-2-14. Marshalsea 3, Podner 2, Milne Toon, and their better players Wright, Podner, Paramanov, and for St Joey's Cole and Irwin, the goal kickers better players McManus, Jimenez and Breed. Final game was actually between Winchelsea and Thompson, but unfortunately Thompson had a forfeit, so Winchelsea taking the points there. So the top 5 will be North Geelong, Corio, Inverleigh, Belmont Lions and Bannockburn. So some interesting rounds of football coming up this weekend, Dick.
So North Geelong have a rest this weekend, which will be good.
Yeah, so you better sleep in just a little bit longer.
Well, I'm already here, aren't I? So I won't be going back to bed now.
Why not?
No, fair enough. I won't go back to bed. Fair enough. Well, as we said, folks, the finals action starts this afternoon and the big game's on. One starts very, very shortly. Of course, that's the Bay City or the Bay Health. I'll get it right eventually. Corio Bay Health Cup qualifying final between Corio and Inverleigh. And then, of course, East Geelong play Bannockburn. And the big one this afternoon is the Belpost Hill Panthers. They take on the Bannockburn Tigers at 2:15 this afternoon. It's going to be a beauty. And, of course, we have a very special guest on the show this morning, sitting right next to Smitty. He's the coach of the Bannockburn Tigers, Ross Dillon. Good morning, Ross.
Good to see you, Dick. Wow.
Thanks, Roscoe.
Well, you blokes are just about full of love with each other. You're Bannockburn blokes, you're all there together. When we didn't get Billy Caldo in with you or something.
I reckon we should have changed our actually under 18 game to the Saturday so we could all play in one day. It would have been a great day.
Oh, fair enough, okay. But
They used to do that, well, they probably do it now.
Well, there you go.
Anyway, Ross, so well done on making the final. It's a fantastic effort. And how are you going to beat Belpost Hill this afternoon?
Well, hopefully we'll kick more goals than them. That's probably the first thing, try and beat them with. And no, we'll just look to take our better players out of the game, like Giovanna and Sean Lewis, and then give our better players more of the footy, and hopefully we can get the job done this Arvo.
Roscoe, we've seen them, I think, 8 or 9 times, I think, this year on coverage, and their forward line setup is fairly strong. They've got not 1 or 2 blokes they've got in their forward line. They've probably got 5 or 6 blokes, and they rotate through there very heavily with some blokes, even down to their smaller players going through there. That's probably going to be your biggest task. Your back 6 up to it?
Yeah, well, our back 6 is pretty strong. We've been pretty consistent down there all year. We've kept the same 6 to 8 blokes. We've got a few talls and a few smalls, so we just have to get the right matchups. We've played them a couple of times now and had a couple of looks at them, so hopefully third time, lucky we've got the right one set up.
Aaron Leddy's in a bit of form at the moment. He's got a very, very slight chance of maybe getting the ton. He's on about 84 or something now, but I guess that's far from everyone's mind at the moment. But he's certainly been he's been a great contribution at full forward this year.
Yeah,
you're playing with full forward?
Yeah, he plays at full forward. Yeah. He goes out and gets out to centre forward occasionally. Booger's great because he sets up our whole forward line. He's played forward all his life. He looks after the young kids down there, tells them when to run and when to lead. Well, he's kicked 84 goals, but the amount of goals he's given to Michael Hammond by telling him when to lead, or even Tristan Patag at the start of the year, and Tommy Warple last week, and even the other forwards, Booger tells them where to go, where to lead, so he's a massive asset to our club.
How are you going to hold Jovanovic? Obviously, he could be a big key. He kicked 20 goals a couple of weeks ago. He's obviously a player that you're going to be watching very closely.
Yeah, we'll watch Jovanovic. Hopefully, if it gets down to him enough, then that's going to be a massive problem. So the main aim is to keep it away from him for a start. So if we can get the ball first in the midfield and hold their midfield and hold their numbers, give ourselves time to get back in front of him, then that's the biggest thing. Like if it comes down fast, we're going to have a tough job of it. So the main thing is stopping them in the midfield first.
I think, Roscoe, one of the main assets this year is I think your fitness level from recent years seems to be pretty good, and obviously the number of young kids you've got on your side. That fitness, I know Bellpost Hill have got a lot of homegrown kids on their side as well, maybe a few more mature age. Do you think with their league speed that could be some sort of advantage to you? Obviously, if you get the ball and use it, use it really well.
Well, that's how we've based our game plan around our run and our carry and fitness. So we did do a big pre-season and we knew that we've got a lot of fast footballers. But, so we have base, and hopefully we try to use that for an advantage most week. And if we played the game we want to play today, then hopefully the speed and our ball carrying ability will get us out on top in the end.
And obviously Bellpost Hill, from what the days we've seen them, their biggest advantage has been their being able to control the ball. They don't seem to rush when they get the ball in their back half. They're quite patient to chip the ball around. I know last time I think we saw you play, you sort of played them, I didn't believe the right way. I think a man-to-man situation probably would help you in that area. Do you think that's one area you need to work on? Because their back six work very well together. Once they get it out of that area, they work the ball very quickly forward. So obviously a focus on their defensive forwards worked as much as anything on the ground.
Yeah, well, they've got a very smart team, Whale, and Gurge seems to be coaching them fairly well at the moment, and they're all listening to what he's doing. He's brought in a fair game plan, so we'll concentrate on certain aspects of their game. Like the way they move it out of the back line is an asset where we have to look at. But the main thing for us is if the last few games they have beaten us out of the middle, so if we can match them in the middle, then hopefully we get closer to them than what we have the last two games.
I'll probably ask the same question to Frank Fabiani, who'll be on the next segment from North Geelong. The big St Albans ground, is that a concern to any of the players?
No, I wouldn't think it would be a concern to us. Most of our guys are all, I think we've got one guy that's 30 years old,
Yep.
and the rest are, I think I'm about 28 in the next, and the rest are 25 and under. So, and most of them are fairly fit and with running. So, we've been looking forward to get out there.
Yep. Okay. Well, thanks very much for coming in, Ross. All the very best this afternoon. I know who you're going for, Smithy, but you can tell us anyway. Who you're going for?
Well, I'm going for Bannockburn.
Oh, really?
But I think Bellpost Hill, from what I've seen over recent weeks, are going to take. They'll have to be right in their game to win it. There's definitely no flaws in their game, and Brent Gergie had the luxury of going defensively last week, so that could happen again. But Bellpost Hill, very good side. Bannockburn.
Fantastic game indeed. We'll hear all the action on 94.7 The Pulse from 1:30 this afternoon. Be a fantastic game. Good luck to both sides. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have equal time for the North Geelong coach, Frank Fabiani. Back after this.